What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to try out the new Paul Mcbeth Malita. This is the first run. I've been hearing a lot about it, a lot of hype, and a lot of people loving it in this area. So we're going to test it out today. We're going to play 9 holes here at Northside Church. They just put in some new tee pads and a couple new pin locations. So we're going to try out, play our favorite combination with the Malita only and see if it's going to make it into the bag. First off, I got to say that these new ESP swirls that they're coming out with are awesome. They're starting to look better. I think they've had some really cool ESP blends before, but I feel like this feels so much better, especially here in Missouri. We start to get into the really cold season starting now into December, January, and it's really hard to play disc golf. So when you get some really gummy ESP, gummy S-line type discs, it just makes a world of a difference playing here. So it feels really good. I was at Ozark Mountain Discs. Check out their website. They got Andrew Presnell's been in the shop recently, so if you're in the area, make sure you check in, stop by on Mondays and see him. He's been helping out on their YouTube channel, and if you've seen their YouTube channel, you've seen this course. They've been playing it a couple times recently. The hole 1 to the new pin location from the new long pin tee pad, excuse me. You can go straight up the gut or out to the right. We're going to see. I have not thrown this Malita at all. Brand new from Ozark Mountain. I think we're going to go straight up the middle. See if we can get any turn. And if it's just dead straight, it could be a buttery smooth shot here. So oh, it's just dead straight. I think that's putting. All right, so I'd have to say this is a pretty good starting tee shot here on hole 1. We do have a good amount of wind, so hopefully that's not a huge factor today. But starting off with a birdie. So big reason why I wanted to shoot this video was because I really wanted to figure out why Paul Mcbeth put this into his lineup. Really because he bagged the Buzz SS, and I just assumed that the Buzz SS was a staple in his bag, and I think it is, but I really wanted to test out for myself. Is this different than the Buzz and the Buzz SS? Or is it just a different feeling, similar flight disc that he could just put into his lineup and make more money? I don't know. Part of me thinks that it was. A lot of pros now and companies are now just coming out with new molds and things just to make more money. A lot of business is wrapped around that, and I totally understand that, and if that's the main reason, that's totally fine. It's Paul Mcbeth we're talking about. He can do kind of whatever he wants, but I just wanted to see, is it similar to a beat-in Buzz SS, or is this a truly different disc? We'll find out. All right, cool hole, double stacked basket. We're gonna play, I don't know, let's play to the blue. Maybe we get an ace, I don't know. Why not? The blue is the new basket here, so try and get a little baby flex. It's, 160 feet, so not going to be a good full shot here, but and then this is the ace that I really want to get now that they elevated this, is through the V tree forehand. Lines up perfect for it. Oh, I think we just did it. How did that, what? All right, here we go. Like I said, terrible shot. So we're playing to the blue, which just makes it harder for this putt, so that's fun. Got to work on our putting. So we got a tournament coming up Friday, so. All right, we haven't really truly seen exactly how it flies yet, and this shot lines up perfectly for just a perfect straight mid shot. It's about 180 uphill, straight at it to the blue. Oh, that's so good. That's crushed. That's a good disc. This was such a pure shot. I thought it was perfect, and I actually went a good amount long. But this is where, as good disc golfers, you got to be able to make these putts in the wind, no matter what. And I have not been making these recently, but here we go. Daggum. All right, we're on hole 4, and if you can see behind me, we're not throwing at much of a gap. This is a very tough shot. Our hole 4, this is hole 6 on the course. Doesn't have a T sign for the new pin location, but if I had to guess, it's about 200, 220 downhill. But yeah, take a straight disc and try and hit a 4-foot wide gap. I mean, the gap's literally almost as wide as the tee pad, which I think the tee pads are 5 feet wide, so good luck with that. But here we go. Malita is the disc to do it. Here we go. That's tough. All right, so this is not where you want to be. I mean, that's literally why they put a wall right here. So you stay out of the other fairway. But we found our way over here. Not really much. I mean, we only have 150 feet left to go. We got a forehand flippy mid-range. This should be interesting. I mean, all things considering, I'll take that. Let me know if I should start a series playing the top 5 courses in the state of Missouri. I think it would be fun. Now, it is starting, like I said, to get to the cold season, so it might be kind of difficult right now. But just a kind of a little disclaimer is this is actually the 4th or 5th highest rated course in Missouri, which you don't want to get me started, but my buddies and I have argued this for a while now because this course is amazing in the amenities that it has to offer. But as somebody who is an avid disc golfer and just loves seeing new courses and designs and everything, it just is not it's not an elite level course. Anyway, that's for another story. If you guys want me to, I will play all of the top 5 courses and give my honest feedback and reviews based on what I think. But that's just a little side note for you guys is I don't think this is a top 5 course. That's my little rant for the day, but let's get back to the video. Could be a long jump putter disc. And I think we're about 45 long, so this Melita's got some glide, and this is not the putt I wanted coming back. We are outside circle, so we'll step putt this thing. Try and bury it with the tailwind elevated. Do the calculations real quick, and let's just leave it short. Dang. I mean, I threw that about 5 feet over the basket, it felt like. I guess that's what you got to do with the tailwind on a 6.5 foot basket. All right, this is course hole 7, our hole 5. This says 360. I think it's about, yeah, it's probably close to that. New pin is a little bit further, so maybe 370. Kind of goes a little to the left and then bends hard to the right. Kind of goes down the hill. It's a par 4. One, if you have a really good flex forehand, which I hate to say, and then jinx it, but this is kind of a hole that I'm really good at with the forehand. But today we got the Malita. We're just going to throw it. Not really much of a backhand gap. I mean, if you can see, there's trees everywhere here. But we're going to make this work because I think if we throw it on hyzer down this left side, we should be able to flip up, stay on the left side of the fairway, and take an easy birdie maybe. I mean, that was looking way left, and then it got a great kick. So we're in a great spot. All right, so this was actually a great tree kick. I found out on the last hole, this has a ton of glide with just a nice little spin putt. So this could actually be a really good spin putt, like long approach disc. So here we goes. Try and just jump putt this under the basket. Take a birdie. That should do it. All right, I believe this is hole 6, I want to say, of our journey today. Basket's up on the left there. You might be able to see it, just a baby little hyzer shot, about 200. This says 250. Yeah, that's to the long. If I had to guess, it's probably 175, but here we go. I should be putting. All right, you don't have to throw a great shot, and you get rewarded with a pretty decently easy putt here. Second time doesn't work, but second time doesn't count. So, all right, this is hole 10 on the course. It says it's 570. That's to the longer pin. We're gonna play to the new pin, a little bit shorter. See if we can throw this thing out there and see what it actually does in an open field. If you don't know this course, the back nine is a lot more open. So now we kind of got into it. We're gonna see on a couple of these holes kind of how this holds its flight. We do have a tree right here. We're gonna try and go left of it and see if we can't get some drift. Just put us in the middle, and then the second shot will be a really good one to see what this thing does. Okay, I put some torque into that, and that stayed on a lot of hyzer way left. So we got a decent like crosswind, so maybe on hyzer they just pushed the disc this way. Now we're facing basically straight into a headwind, so we're gonna see really how this holds up. I anticipate this will flip, but maybe not. Okay, it's not understable. And we had all the distance, so that's interesting. If we compare that to this buzz, I feel like it flies almost the same. Okay, now I ripped that one over. So that was just a bad shot, but like stability-wise, I was anticipating that to flip and get some turn. So I genuinely don't know what to think about this disc so far. Like, maybe the conditions are getting worse out here and I just can't quite tell exactly what it is doing. It seems like sometimes it's stable. One or two times it kind of turned a little bit and didn't really, like, it held the ante line, but then those couple rips, like it did not turn at all. So I really don't know. It feels like a smaller in diameter buzz to me, but who knows? Tough putt. I mean, putting's been atrocious lately. All right, we got one hole left after this. So far, not really on the hype. It could just be that it's cold. Conditions are a little windy. This isn't as pliable as it was in the shop the other day. So I get that. It doesn't feel as good, but it is a nice low profile mid-range that if you don't have big hands, I feel like this is going to be a good disc for you. I think it's going to feel better in the hand, and overall it's going to fly just similar to your Buzz or Buzz SS. Again, I think it's one of those that this craft's probably just chasing the hype and throwing this under Paul Mcbeth's name and his line. It's going to get sales. So I totally understand that. Every manufacturer does stuff like that. It's a little bit different, but I don't think it's anything that changes the game. So anyway, this hole, again, no T sign. If I had to guess, is like 250, 260. It's off to the left. You really need probably a fairway driver or something that skips left. So probably not this disc, but if we throw it right down this middle, it should be okay. It's not that blue basket there. Or we'll just yank it. I'm not throwing it super well, so maybe that's why I don't like it. Again, no hate on Discraft, no hate on Paul Mcbeth, or necessarily, I'm not hating on the disc. This isn't for me. It's sometimes you jive with certain discs, other times you don't. Here, it's because I haven't thrown a forehand. Let's see how it forehands on a little approach shot here. Yeah, I mean, that's quite a bit short, but it holds its under stable integrity there, I guess you could say that. All right, let's see if we can make a step putt here. Nope. Figured. Can't putt these days. All right, we got a 4-foot putt and a tree right in the way. No problem. All right, let's move on to the last hole and get out of here. All right, if you're still around, thanks for watching. This hasn't turned out to be kind of the video that I thought. I thought I was going to really fall in love with this disc. Thought it was going to be something I'd want to throw in the bag, and it just really hasn't been. Hasn't convinced me. But doesn't mean that you won't like it. So make sure you check out your local retailer. Check out Ozark Mountain Discs. They got a great selection. There we go. It's just been one of those rounds, you know. But anyway, check out Ozark Mountain Discs. They got some amazing gear, some great stuff in the used bin. They got a great selection and great people. You can even join the tech disc as it's starting to get cold out. Go in there and throw the tech disc. See Andrew Presnell and chat up with him. Get some professional advice on what discs you guys should get. So check it out. Use my code RS10. Save 10% when you check out. But anyway, last hole. Let's see what this Malita is made of. And if Paul Mcbeth just wanted some money or if he actually made a good disc. So here we go. We're going to try a baby little hyzer flip down this right side. Yeah, it doesn't really flip. I mean, that's going to be a fine result. This disc is more stable than you think. And it's interesting. I mean, it's flying like my butts. And it's like, why would I throw that over the butts? I don't know. All right, we got 2 stabs at this. I mean, this is death putt of all death putts. It just drops off. Disc's probably going 60 feet away if you miss this, but we're going to give it 2 shots and take the best one. All right, not bad. Okay, 2 really good bids. I thought one of those was going in. Very interesting basket placement. Don't know that I love it. Just on the side of a cliff, but you know, it is what it is. Hey. All right, guys, that's it. That's going to finish it out. But overall, the Malita is a nice low-profile disc. Somebody told me that it's actually a putter diameter. I'm not sure, can't confirm if that is accurate or not. You hear things all the time. But it definitely feels like it. So it's a much smaller, feels like a putter-sized disc, but it's a mid-range and it flies well. It's got a nice stability to it, at least to start. Maybe some of the cold is just affecting its flight. But I wasn't getting really any flip up on some of these open holes. So it's a good stability, mid-range, nice neutral disc to have. But anyway, we're going to finish it out. We're going to try and get an ace here on this island hole. Give a few shots at it. Probably won't be close. Just forget I even said we're going to ace. Maybe we're just going to try and make the island. That's it. Ooh. Yeah, I know we're even close, but hey, we had fun today. Get out, throw some discs, have a good time. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy family, friends, people around you, and just take this time to be thankful for what you got. We'll see you next time.